If you guys are looking for fast, cheap, reliable MUT coins, check out my sponsor at MMOXP.com and use discount code MONEYSHOT to get 5% off your order. Link in the description below. The champ is here! Welcome back, Money Team. This is Mad Money Shot, sniffing out the Madden cheese. That's right. EA has officially been putting in way more time in fixing Madden than they have been in College Football 25. And it's probably a good thing because, to be honest, it needs it way more than College Football 25. But today they have a title update, January 8th title update, which I got to be honest, I almost missed. I did not see, I think I silenced all my notifications on my phone. I did not see on Twitter yesterday, or on X, whatever they're calling it now, that they basically said there was going to be server maintenance today. I actually only caught the one saying that the server maintenance was done and that there was going to be a dev note out saying what all the, some gridiron notes saying what all the patches were. So I'm glad I caught that so I could bring that to you guys. But I was literally mid-recording a video for today when I saw that. So I had to stop that right away and break this down for you guys. As always, if you guys want to see more videos like this, please make sure to be a subscriber, hit the like button, and let me know in the comment section, especially when it comes to Madden. As Madden is something, like I said, they're putting way more work into it. And as we get into the playoffs, I got to be honest, I'm probably going to dip back into Madden pretty soon, as this is one of the biggest updates I've seen in quite a while, regardless of which game you play, whether it's College Football 25 or Madden 25. This one here is pretty beefy, probably going back until like September or October, the last time we saw an update this big. It's been a lot of small updates since then. So I want to start off with gameplay, but the first thing I want to start off with is a brand new feature that I first noticed when I hopped into the game. And that's the brand new Madden player card and NFL Team Pass, which is something that it doesn't really seem like it does a lot, but I'm going to read you guys the description here of what it is. It just seems like a customizable thing to make for yourself. But it says the Madden player card is a new customization feature that allows players to design their own unique player card featuring content of your favorite NFL team. I got to be honest, the one thing I noticed right away is they had like this old school graphic of like the Eagles logo, which looked really cool. And like right off the bat, I was like, yeah, that looks pretty cool. I want to do that. But it says you could set your background, profile picture, border, and badges to represent your favorite franchise. Your player card will be displayed in online games to other Madden players. And it says NFL Team Pass content requires in-game purchases and gameplay to unlock. So it's probably just another way to monetize the people that don't like to play Ultimate Team. Let's be honest. Because Ultimate Team, I mean, there's a couple different game modes here. I think it's Superstar, KO, and all that stuff. They always come up with all these different ways to try to nickel and dime you with these with these microtransactions. And this looks like a new one, but I'm sure they'll have plenty of cool stuff that you can unlock for free because it says you have to unlock in gameplay. So think of like Call of Duty. It almost looks like Call of Duty's badges and titles and stuff like that. They're probably trying to match that because Call of Duty is killing the game right now when it comes to that stuff anyway. So that's something that, like I said, looked pretty cool. Well, only time will tell how predatory it is and how much you got to spend compared to how much you can earn for free. But I thought that was pretty cool. So the next thing we're going to go over is gameplay. Gameplay here, a lot of changes. The biggest one seems to be on interceptions or lack thereof, people dropping interceptions. So let's just go over gameplay. It says increase the amount of force necessary to cause a physics-based knockout on interception attempts, reducing the amount of dropped interceptions. Now, I don't even believe the physics-based anything is in this game. I don't know why they're still pushing this line, but it says that they say that a lot of times. A lot of times there's nobody even around you, and the ball just hit your hands and it'll just drop it. So I don't know what they're talking about as physics-based force and all that stuff. I don't know if they're talking about when you're trying to get an interception and there's another player in the area that kind of interrupts the catch animation. But that to me, this is not the first time that they said that they tried to fix this, by the way, this year. Multiple passes they've already said where they tried to change the requirements or tried to change the game so that more interceptions happen and there's less dropped interceptions. This is not the first time, and it probably won't be the last time. There's a lot of times they put out stuff that's basically just lip service. So this first one here, I don't necessarily 100% believe is going to work, but the second one here sounds a little bit better. So it says right here, dev note, we've noted lots of feedback regarding too many players or too many dropped interceptions. We found that many of the drops were a result of physics-based catch knockouts. In this title update, we have increased the amount of force necessary to cause a catch knockout on an interception, which will result in fewer interception drops. The gameplay adjustment will apply when playing on competitive game style. So it doesn't even say it will apply to an offline game. So any competitive mode, it should have more interceptions. But like I said, I don't necessarily believe that. The majority of these dropped interceptions are just hitting the corner or the linebacker or the whoever, just hitting them in the hands and falling. There's nobody even around a lot of times. So that one I don't necessarily buy. But there is another one that says general tuning to lower the ratings threshold necessary for a player to have a guaranteed catch chance on an interception attempt on competitive game style. This gameplay adjustment will apply when a player is going to get competitive gameplay style once again. So that one I actually do buy, because we all know that thresholds are a thing. When it comes to accuracies of quarterbacks, it's typically 85. You have 85 short, mid, and deep. You'll see much more consistent, accurate throws from your quarterback, where in this scenario, it's probably the same thing. It's probably 85. It doesn't say what the threshold is, but we know that thresholds exist when it comes to consistent gameplay. So the fact that they lowered it, maybe they lowered it to 80 or something like that, to the point where the majority of players won't have that same problem. So that one I believe, but this whole physics-based nonsense, I don't know where they're constantly trying to make that seem like it's a thing. Nobody believes that. Or if you do, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. There's so much stuff when you watch the game that there's no physics, or the physics are really faulty. There's something going on with the physics-based nonsense. So the next one here says updated the throwing dots achievement description to appropriately detail what is necessary to unlock the achievement. Says the next one here, reduce the accuracy of high throw mechanic passes on competitive game style. Now this is another one. A lot of people complain that you can basically just moss and back shoulder throw the entire game, especially in gameplays or game modes like MUT, which is really annoying. There's a lot of unguardable routes, and people just basically just throwing back shoulders and going up and mossing people. So it's good to see. But this is another thing. Once again, they mentioned this in a previous patch where they tried to nerf the high throw ability, and it didn't necessarily work. So the dev note here says, we are reducing the pass accuracy of high throws to bring more gameplay balance between offense and defense, based once again on player feedback. The mechanic will still be effective, which I don't know if I believe. Like I said, if they're nerfing it, we might be chucking it into the stands now. But it says, I already lost myself, but players will not be able to successfully use it with such high frequency. This gameplay adjustment will apply once again in a competitive game style. Now it says user control ball carriers, and it's interesting, by the way, I don't think they did like the full Madden Challenge Championship and all that stuff. They always do this stuff right before the championship game because they know a lot of people are going to watch and they don't want to be embarrassed by how broken this game is. Next up, it says user controlled ball carriers are no longer able to dive when they have their ball carrier coaching adjustments set to conservative. Once again, they nerfed this as well. I think earlier in the year you could still spin move when you had your ball carrier conservative or something like that. I forget what it was. But now all you can really do is sprint. And if you try to dive, it's going to basically make you just give up on the play. It says, dev note, users will still be able to slide and give up when their ball carrier coaching adjustment is set to conservative. They will no longer be able to do a high leaping dive animation regardless of whether the user taps or holds the X square button. They will only be able to slide or give up. So at this point, all you can really do is sprint. And I guess that's really the way it's supposed to be, because I've been telling you guys for years how overpowered setting your ball carrier conservative was, and the fact that it basically just turns off fumbles, which is a huge thing. So next up, it says increase the chance of catch knockouts when a receiver is hit immediately after the catch point. As once again, a lot of people just throwing the ball into tight coverage, going up and mossing it with no real downside. It says dev note, after receiving feedback from players about wide receivers, running backs, and tight ends holding on to too many catches when being hit hard immediately after the catch point. Our goal here is for the skilled catch and traffic receivers to still hold on to catches when being hit while trying to secure the catch, but lesser skilled catch in traffic receivers will get the ball knocked out on those bang bang plays. This gameplay adjustment will apply when playing in a competitive gameplay style mode once again. So basically it sounds like they might have just changed the threshold once again. I don't really know, but it makes it sound like if you still have a high catch in traffic, you're still going to come down with a lot of balls. Think Justin Jefferson and stuff like that. It says physics-based tackling, here they go with that again, issue that would cause the ball carrier to spin on the ground after a hit stick. So basically they're saying that when you hit a guy, he would just get like a natural spin out of it. I guess they tried to fix that, but I don't know what physics-based anything has to do with some of the tackling animations I've seen this year. After that, it says we have addressed an issue where the outside receiver in the gun trip slot close blast play had the wrong assignment and would not block appropriately on the play. So that's it for gameplay stuff, but there's a lot of stuff that came with playbooks. It says apparently here, before we break it into our regular gridiron notes formation, let's talk about the more than 800 updates spanning all 32 NFL playbooks, all stemming from real-life utilization and play calling, which is something they've been doing for a long time, trying to put plays that they see in the NFL into the game. They've been doing that for years now. So apparently they have more than 800, but I don't think that means more than 800 plays. And if it does, they didn't necessarily list it. Now, they use the example of a 97-yard Week 2 touchdown, which is kind of strange considering we're in the postseason now, and they're going all the way back to Week 2. But they're showing a new play called the PA shot post from the Vikings playbook, which you can even custom stem the post route that led to Justin Jefferson's house call. But I don't think that play is necessarily going to be as effective as they think, because I can just tell by the route. It looks like a lot of routes are in the game that are too slow to develop, and they don't even really work that great against man coverage. But I'm going to go over some of the new formations or some of the new plays, but I can't go over all of them because there's a lot. So I'll try to have screenshots. But this is what I mean by when it says 800. I don't think there's 800 new plays. I just think that they copy and paste a lot. So you're going to see the same play in multiple different formations more likely than actually seeing 800 brand new plays. I don't think that's going to be the case. But we'll start off with the Niners here. It says they got the gun bunch spread nasty. The Chiefs also got the gun bunch spread nasty. The Commanders got the pistol doubles hip, which is the gun doubles hip was a good play. I can't say I've heard of the pistols double hip. But they also say that they added a new play, the Z-shake crosser, based off of Terry McLaurin's weak floor touchdown against Arizona. The Chargers got the gun bunch spread, which sounds like an interesting formation because I can't think of a spread formation with a bunch in it, so I don't know if that's an empty formation. The Falcons also got the gun bunch spread once again. Telling you guys, like I said, there's going to be a lot of copy and paste. Packers also got the gun bunch spread. The Rams also got the gun bunch spread. The Seahawks and the Vikings also got the gun bunch spread nasty, which I just mentioned. So it's like a lot of it's copy and paste. And the Falcons also got the pistol doubles hip, which I just mentioned from the Commanders. So it really sounds like they got like 2 or 3 new formations and just spread it around there. Now, that was the notable new formations or sample new formations. So like I said, they're not going to give us all of them, but it was really only 3 formations spread out amongst like 10 different teams. Now, when it comes to notable new plays, they're going to, talk about the player that scored on these plays, but the Bears got a new gun doubles halfback week called the boomerang wide delay, talking about Cole Kmet touchdown. Like I said, this one in particular, I'm not going to go over every single one of these plays. I'll just have a screenshot popping up on screen right now showing you guys these new plays because it just doesn't make a lot of sense for me to go over them one by one as far as the time frame of this video. Now, like I said, overall, though, from what I'm looking at, it looks like 20 new plays at most. So I don't really know what they're talking about when they say 800 new plays. But like I said, there's definitely a lot of new plays. I thought that they'd just be porting over at some point a lot of the college plays into the NFL game. Hopefully they're doing that because those are one of the main reasons I'm staying in college football is because there's so many fun new plays to mess with. But there are also a lot of really broken plays. And I don't think that the engine in college is handling that very well. So to port that over into the NFL would just be the same issue, and people just get mad when you just break the game with these new formations. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of breakable stuff in these new plays that they added as well. Next up, we got a lot of authenticity and likeness changes. It says franchise mode updated NFL head coach likeness for New Orleans and the Chicago Bears head coach. So I guess they had a generic guy walking around. NFL authenticity, it says they added the Jordan 1 Vapor Edge cleats, the Jordan 3 cement cleats, added light robot jagged face mask, added robot 808 jagged face mask, and added the following face scans. Jalen Warren for the Steelers, Ryan Kelly for the Colts, Donovan Wilson for the Cowboys. It's hard to believe that Ryan Kelly hasn't had a face scan. How long has he been in the NFL? Donovan Wilson, too. I mean, all these guys. Wyatt Teller for the Browns, Skylar Thompson for the Dolphins, Aiden O'Connell for the Raiders, and I guess a backup quarterback, and Jake Hayner in the Saints, and Luke Musgrave for the Packers. So a couple of those guys haven't been in the NFL very long, but a lot of them have been. So that's the video. As I do feel, like I said, there's a lot of effort being put in here, especially in the gameplay department, because gameplay's been broken all year, but they probably should have fixed this a long time ago. The season's almost done, but it's good to see that they're still putting some effort into Madden because it seems like they're putting none into college. But if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future, please make sure to subscribe and like button in the comment section. Other than that, thanks for watching, man. My shit out. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.